Hey, so congratulations, you are a doctor now, or maybe you are going to become one. But I hate to remind you that there are still a lot of problems ahead. Some you know of, some you don't, and the ones that you don't know that you don't know. So, what to do now? As you know, you have now met with the expectations of your friends, your family, and the society. And I would like to quote one of my favorite comedians, that society can't tell shit to you now. So, what do we do now? It's easy, bro. I'll give my NEET exam, I'll do my PG as that is the only way. Or is it? First of all, you should know a bit about me. I'm Joy. I'm a graduate of AIIMS Rishikesh, and right now I'm pursuing a degree outside of India. And I'll first go over the elephant in the room, that is, the society in which we are brought up. We are expected to do post graduation after MBBS. And that is something that many of us aspire to do, your friends, your colleagues, etc. But when you go on this journey, you realize that some people don't want to pursue this career, a career in medicine afterwards. Maybe looking at patients and taking care of them is not their thing. So, what other options do we have apart from medicine and clinical practice? And one another thing that is very problematic is seeing to our country, India, reproducing like rabbits. The sheer probability of getting into a post graduation seat is very slim. First, hospital administration. Now, this is a branch that closely resembles to our structure of post graduation. Some of the big institutes in India, they provide a course, a post graduation course in hospital administration, such as PGIMS and AIIMS. Now, in this, you are elected as a junior resident as you might in any other branch, and you slowly and gradually progress over the years. So, what do you do in hospital administration? As any of you have ever worked in the field, you know that people tend to fight a lot, maybe within the department or especially between two departments. Now, there must be someone who should take care of all these quarrels and between the administration and how the money flows and how different things are managed. And this is a thing done by the hospital administration. Now, you can either do it directly, like going into the post graduation seat of hospital administration, or do another thing like MBA, which would bring me to my second point. MBA. Now, do you know that after MBBS, you don't have to go for a full length course in MBA? In fact, some of the big prestigious institutes like IIM, they provide you with a shorter course, such as in hospital administration or health management. Moreover, after you have done with your MBA, you are preferred over other candidates as you have a special skill set. And afterwards, and for going into MBA, you first have to clear your CAT exam and then go and enroll inside of an IIM. And then you will bathe in cash. Or maybe not. That depends. Now, moving on, law. Now, the same goes for law, LLB, that you can get into a shorter course after you're done with your MBBS. Or maybe you can opt for the full length of course like LLB, LLM, and then PhD. And there are a lot of doctors that do that. Now, what do you do after you become a lawyer and a doctor at the same time? Now, you fight in those medical legal cases. Those medical legal cases in which there are tons of medical jargon, and as you know, that it is not easy for any layperson to understand what the fuck is happening inside of our medical language. Moreover, if going into courts and fighting cases is not your thing, you can maybe join as a consultant to a small clinic or maybe a hospital and can provide them with consultation and advice regarding their medical legal cases. It is up to you. It's your choice. So now we are moving on to the all elusive government job that no one ever wants to do, but a lot of people end up doing. Now, what do you do inside of a government job? You don't need a postgraduate degree to work as a doctor inside government. You can work directly as a medical officer and join inside a PHC or a CHC or even in a civil hospital. Now, how do you progress in this job? Now, over the years, you gain experience and then you're promoted slowly and gradually to an SMO, that is a senior medical officer, or maybe a deputy CMO, and you are given charge of the different health programs that we have learned to dread in the community and family medicine postings. And slowly and gradually after that, you can become a CMO or a chief medical officer, where you take in charge of a whole of district, of different programs, of different hospitals, and you are in reality the chief of the district. But mind me that this process takes a lot of time, and you are looking at around 20 to 25 years until you can become a chief medical officer. A non-acad JR. So you can work as a non-academic JR, and you can usually work inside of emergency departments. Now, what are the jobs of a non-acad JR? Now, they are the same as any junior resident, but you are spared of the training and different classes that other have to endure. So what are the drawbacks then? You don't progress when you are a non-acad JR, and you don't get a degree afterwards. So use it cautiously and use it just so that you can tide over some time and gain some extra money and experience in between. So you all must have read different articles in medicine over the news or over the internet. Ever wondered who wrote them? So here comes medical journalism. So in this, you can write different abstracts, different manuscripts, you can write articles. And moreover, if you have a background in science, you are preferred much more than other social science backgrounds. Now, for whom do you work for? You can work for yourself by writing blogs or different articles. You can work for different academies. You can work for hospitals. Or maybe you can work for news agencies for helping them write articles, or maybe writing some essays regarding medicine and all the things that is happening in this world. This is by no means an exhaustive list on different things that you can do after MBBS. You can go into MPH, or you can go into MMSC, or maybe, as many of our Indian households say, you can go into civil services and give UPSC and give HCS or different state exams. Moreover, there is not only one way of getting a post-graduation seat in India. You don't have to always give NEET or INI-CET. There are other ways. To know about them, watch this other video. See ya.